tell you the truth anyway. How can you be telling me that na ọmmadụ kwezie gị nkwa plan shazie ife ihe eme wolu hope niile ti n'ebe onye ahụ nọ plan sha ife ihe eji ife ahụ onye ahụ kwere nkwa wee mee onye ahụ abịa disappoint ya. Are you for real? Are you for real? Sometimes asịkwunu na alụ gba ahụ ọwụrụ omenala. You know, this is what we have been doing for quite some time now, and it seems like it has become the right thing. Yeah? It seems like it has become the right thing. Is it not high time somebody tell you the honest truth? And the honest truth is what I am here to tell you. The honest truth that I am here to tell you is that you don't have any business making plans on my money which I don't owe you. You don't have any business making. You only make plans with ego, and in most cases we say we will have plan, but making plans on even the money that you have not seen will give you the worst kind of heartbreak. Not to talk of making money, making plans with ego donor pocket. Sometimes let us be serious for God's sake. Let us be serious for God's sake. When they said a bird at hand is worth more than 10,000 in the bush, they were not even referring to the money. They were not even referring to the money donor pocket. They are referring to you, your plans, the hopes of money or yourself based on what you do or the goals and the target is set for yourself. They are not referring to the money donor pocket. How can you be so upset and bitter because somebody made a promise for maybe in a month he will make plans if he a only way disappoint is he will do so bitter the neighbor. 3 people raised this concern na my inbox. It's just that I was so busy yesterday that I couldn't come online at all. Otherwise, I wanted to discuss this today, and I believe that, let me believe that after this discussion today, you are going to learn something. Yes, you are going to learn something on how to work on yourself so that you will avoid less disappointment and unnecessary heartbreak that doesn't really, to me, it is not even worth it. There is no way you can make plans. There is no way, quote it somewhere. There is nothing justifiable. There is no justification in you saying that ni make a plan based on ego madu kwelego na nkwa. Onye ahụ mechazie, onye ahụ enyeozi with that money. Iweweziele onye ahụ iwe because na onye ahụ emit you up no kwelego nkwa. Iwe wolu all your hopes niile we jeti na ife ahụ gwara onye ahụ we disappoint ya. It is enough for you to become upset in a way if onye ahụ do kifule ekwensu. Metụ aka na like and love button. Share this program. I think a lot of people need to watch this program. I'm a know with so many people because I know this is happening on a daily basis. I'm telling you, I don't know why you are getting upset. Okay, let me analyze it better. Let me analyze it better. Or let me use your house rent. Your house rent. You ought to go. Yeah, Adam to be see, she does some madoka, ever blessing. I greet you people. Let me analyze it better. This is end of the year again. When we go into January, February, March, people will start renewing their house rent. I have to say Makande Nkehadaire within the middle. You ought to go. Iwe bagari we hegi eji we kwugunu. Iwe bagari wa we you want them mad ego we over your friends, we over your relatives. Iwe po Mr. Okonkwo who happens to be your friend. Mr. Okonkwo we gwa no ji okwe ego kita o. Maybe na the deadline for you to pay your house rent is let's say the deadline for you to pay your house rent is 17th of January. Let us put it that way. the deadline for you to pay your house rent is 17th of January. So onye ahụ wee sịrị na onwe okwu ego kịta ahụ, but no nwere hope ego na first week of January. Na ọ wụrụ na that first week of January ruo, na ọwụ na ego ahụ ọ na-eme expect bịa, no promise you that no enyeghị ego ka i wee clear your house rent. Iwe si na nsogbu adọrọ. Iwe nọrụzie according to ife ndị mmadụ na-ekwu. Iwe nọrụzie wee chebezie onye ahụ January ahụ wee sizie m nọ onye a ka iwojezi hope of you paying your house rent wee tụkwasa n'isi wee chebezie ya to the point that na ọwụ na onye ahụ na ife onye ahụ na-eme expect na January ahụ feluo, onye ahụ emiti hozi up with that promise onye ruo n'ihi ebozi onye ahụ nọ nya melu landlord ji wee nye you quick notice. My brother and my sister, let us be honest. All the plans he said to the fail, that is rather why you could not manage to meet up with your house rent. Oblonya. Because Gunonya hemeho plan mgbe de chotu na. Ohonya gwalago n'oge rukwana n'oge ihe si ebi ibi pụọ kwaje ebe ọzọ. Gunonya anọrọ na agba. Gunonya hemeho plan. It is just somebody somewhere who is trying to live his or her own problem to help you despite not having. All the plans you will in your business area, in your commitment, it failed you completely. That is why you will have in your mind that no one failed you. It wasn't that person who failed you. If we should even be looking for somebody who failed you here, it is you who failed yourself. Yes, if you should be angry and upset about anybody, it should be you. It should be you. You should be angry and upset about yourself, for failing yourself, for not meeting up with your own obligation. You shouldn't push the anger to someone else. How can you be angry at someone else for failing to meet up your own responsibility or obligation? We all failed in one way or the other to meet up either our goals or any agenda I set. If you did not, if things fall in places one way or the other, we are bound to fail to meet up with such things. So, however, when we fail to meet up with such things, all we need to do is to plan, and we keep planning. Yes, we keep planning. What I am against here is going to hold someone responsible for you failing to meet your obligation. Do not carry that mentality into 2025. This is how I do my things. Upon a pressing problem now. Or currently, I don't have any. Yeah, it seems like now my this thing is so tight that I may not handle that, and I choose to go and ask somebody for help. Now, me follow. Now, more ask for help. With the 100% trust or faith in Ebonya, I know that no nya will get something they discomfort here from nowhere. Put it under probability. Put it under probability. That person is only but one out of numerous options you may have, which may not be certain nor yet deliver. That is number one. Then number two, you must have a backup plan. If this thing doesn't work, what next? Start planning also on that what next. What I go? I am telling you how I avoid those disappointments. I am telling you how I accept the reality that I have failed to handle these things. I will start, instead of you waiting to bear grudges on people for not giving you their own money to help you sort out your own programs. You should start planning on the alternative immediately. Use that energy and plan on the alternative. Because at the end of the day, onye fail zinye the money. E we show nwa na school. Iwe wewere onye ahụ iwe. We si onye anọ nya melu eji we show nwa na school. Are you for real? Onya mụrụ the nwa. Onya tiri nwa na school. How can it be him marriage we show nwa na school? Are you getting what I'm saying? So, I am telling you, a lot of people, Rachel, Samuel, Jen Chinyele, Shekube, Shedemaro, Jinus, I greet you people. Ebukamoto, I greet you people. You gotta go. Eh? This thing is becoming too much, and we just have to talk about it. We just have to talk about it. Shop rent, it is not your fault that na commitment is that shop rent. You were no under intense pressure to pay for that rent. You were a friend when you hope. You will all that responsibility of paying for your rent, your shop rent, will shift to zero your friend. To the point that you are now dependent on his action for you to clear your shop rent. So, per adventure, all that your friend they fail, he meet up with that promise, which is not an obligation anyway. You will start to hold grudges against him. Even after 5 years, no one marriage will lose shop B, front line shop, who because of Emeka. When you say no, go to Emeka on a partnership. Emeka or one nail, Emeka or one nail, Emeka or one nail, go to Emeka or Torona Zumbi, the shutter shop. Why? Kelukos will Emeka, marriage will lose shop. Ekuni host your way. It's up to Hege. Which we are not blaming you for that, because I am Hokoso na that year. But what is unacceptable, however, is trying to shift your responsibility to another man or to another woman. Ije tata na-eburu your uncle ilo. Ije tata na-eburu nwanne nwoke ilo. Ije tata na-eburu oyi ilo. Ije tata na-eburu a lot of people ilo, because you failed. That should be a challenge to you, rather. When you fail to do something, that thing should be a challenge to you. Pushing the responsibility, and when you keep blaming people, it will not motivate you enough to do better next time. Because people don't know supposed to email you. Therefore, there are other people around you who should also be doing such things for you. In other words, the next person becomes your next comforter. The next time you run to that person, you start hoping for another person. Stop putting your faith and trust. Let me even tell you, having a sole alternative to doing something with ego mmadu jigunogwo, it is very wrong. It is very wrong. Let me tell you, it is very wrong. Na January 10. Nelson, I greet you. Rito Nyabo, son of the priest and Endo. Amazimende Made Kene. You got to go. However, na mmadu ji ugwo we gwaru no ya kwụ ugwo na January. Iwe wolu ugwu nogu. We pushuzie ye no gwa onye ahụ. Are you not aware that you are embarking on a very dangerous mission? Are you not aware? You are embarking on a very dangerous mission. There is every possibility, 50% possibility, that you will pay that rent in January. There is also 50% possibility that you will owe your landlord. Landlord in January. How can you be banking on ego matujiru? Are you not aware that you are a human being? There are so many things that is bound to happen to that person, for that person not to meet up with that obligation of paying you that money. However, you should consider that as one of the options of you paying your rent. But you should struggle and create other avenues for generating the same money. It is where all these channels has failed that you can now say, okay, I have tried my best. But always banking it on ugwo onyahu jiru, and that is the reason patana onyahu mwe ife meru na okuni ho ugwo ahụ na January. You go gaga, you say a lot of things. In most cases where genuinely onyahu were reason no jiho wekwo ugwo, you may lose that relationship with that person. You may lose the relationship that has lasted 10, 15 or 20 years. Yes, you may lose the relationship that may favor you tomorrow. You may lose the relationship that may come to your head tomorrow. That may be the only person who may show mercy on you. Tomorrow or next tomorrow. You may lose that person because all your eggs waiting in one basket. You are counting on 1,000 birds out there. without paying attention to the one each at hand. Are you getting me? I learned this, and nkwụsị ịda agụkọrọ ndị mmadụ a lot. Since I learned this, akwụsịrị m ịda agụkọrọ ndị mmadụ ife a lot. Ịghọtago? Akwụsịrị m ịda agụkọrọ ndị mmadụ ife a lot. Are you getting me? Mgbe m planụrụ ime my wedding, on the morning m mee eje ụka, I spoke to some friends ka ha bute moto fa bịakwere na line ka e wee buje my wife and the bridal train and all this thing ka e wee buje anyị ụka. When I made this request, those people accepted. Do you know what I did? I went and made extra plan. We call it backup plan. Lo and behold, on the morning I'm supposed to go church, almost 3 people failed from those ones. Mbankere on at first. Yeah, the long plan megolu for a long time. Like a megum plan for a long time. Yeah, for like 1 month. Nke standele, wonke melu like ebe 5-6 days to my wedding. Wonke standele. And don't now if you put moka that morning the melu wedding. Are you seeing it? So, however, it won't make it be our grudges against anybody because I don't know what happened. And if you look at it that way, even the excuse those people you cannot throw it away. You cannot throw it away because they have their own plans, they have their own commitment, they have their own obligation. It is only when they are done with their own that they will even come. Some people may sacrifice their commitment for you, but that is not what you see every day around you. Are you getting me? That is not what you see every day around you, and you are not going to hold anybody responsible for not abandoning their own commitment to come and do your own. You are not going to hold anybody accountable. Yes, people may have genuine reasons on why they disappointed you. However, it is left for you not to lay all your eggs in one basket, especially when you are banking on people to do something. The arrangement that took me to church that morning was the arrangement I made 6 days, and part of the ones I made na the night in my bachelor's eve. That was what took me to church the next day. Ewopia aka me wolu phone na akwugari na aba. Mwolu phone na ma akwugari na aba. And then na aba ebe aka ihe bido in a meeting with people. After your wedding, those people who are your good and close friends, those people who may even come to your aid tomorrow or next, those people who may even turn up for you in things that are more bigger than that tomorrow, they lose them as friends. What?
Get up, this is promise. What do you get? Mama go out.
After him now, when the name, let's say, no, will where you are your friend for help. Where you are your friend for help. Your friend, when you hope at the end of the day, one of that your friend disappointed you. Or maybe not, let's say, no house rent. Then at the end of the day, you look to that house. Then some people will now take all the blames now and lay it on that their friends forgetting that this is their responsibilities which they fail to meet. So why are you getting angry over? Why are you getting angry at somebody for you failing to meet up with your obligation? You know that?
Okay, now I have the answer and some question there, but let me first answer now. Amen. According to our belief, Amen. Bible. Ofo na Bible ihu manabo. Iyotago. And the Bible ihu manabo. Owu na ego Bible go of my yata Bible. Iyota.
Yes.
Now, Bible me ka mara. O si gi o ka mma ga ekwe na nkwe da ni kwere nkwa imezughị ya. Iyota. O ka mma you did not promise. Then you promise and you didn't fulfill the promise. That is the same Bible. But what I say na onye na-atụkwasị mmadụ obi. You got to onye na-atụkwasị mmadụ obi. Ewe ka o si kwuo ya. O si woe to people that trust their fellow human beings. Ewe ka si dere Bible. Mana onye ka ọ na-akọwa. You got that. In the other way around, ọ dịghị mma na mmadụ kwesịrị promise mmadụ ihe without imezu ya. Then in the other way around, ọ dịrịkwanụ mma na mmadụ ga-epromise gị ihe ifodu aka gị fodu ọkpa gị depend on that person because human being can disappoint. Also, Chineke na-ekwe mmadụ mkpa mezuo ya. Now what am I trying to bring out here? There were some people that mmadụ mba. There were some people that mmadụ mba. I want to eji fele n'ụkwara, which is not very bad. And when I read the Nzakọla and Nzakọla can cut to a short. I want to eji fele n'ụkwara. The thing is that give one on what give na your mark about the marriage here. Mabana onye ahụ nwere responsibility. Go na your mark onye marriage here. Iyo mmadụ ihe onye marriage ha ọ bụghị mmehie, ọ bụrụ ajọ ihe. Mana na ayọ mmadụ ihe, igwesi ibu plan A and plan B n'ime obi because onye ahụ na ayego ụgwọ ụlọ bikwe tenant. Ana opi ike kwụbọ nke ya. Yotago. And go na ayọ mmadụ ihe ka o mere gị ihe. Ị na ayọ mmadụ ihe ka o mere gị ihe. Ebuche na n'obi 100%. Ị ga-enwe ị ga-asị ọgbọ na onye eme ya ka ihe m ga-eme. Ego jara mmadụ nwe plan A and plan B. Ihe chọrọ ikwu buru ibu mana nwekọ ọrụ na-abịa egwusi mezie anụ. Ka m pụgodo ebe a biko Nzakọla Kọla emebiri m ihe cheka Nzakọla kịta. Onye akwụrụ junction ama direct ya ụzọ.
Ngwa ịzacha the call she got up.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Because I actually wanted to ask Ijowa a question. Ijowa saying no na adụ mmọnwụ na ikwe mmadụ nkwa something. Imerie ye. Ịghọta na ikwe mmadụ nkwa something not very important n'ime suri onye ahụ. Now ngụnwa ahụ ọwụ ụgwọ akwụkwọ nwa gị ka ije yọọ onye ahụ wee kwepu ogwu nkwa mechaa onye ahụ emezugholu gị iwe wewere nwa gị iwe wewere onye ahụ iwe nwa ya ahụ ịsọpozuru ịkwụrụ ụgwọ akwụkwọ ahụ ọjụgowe asị nne knowing fully well that na not expected na ya akwụrụ nwa gị ụgwọ akwụkwọ ka o wee jewe akwụkwọ asị ụmụ ndị ọzọ. I'm asking you. You did not meet up. In fact, it is an obligation to you. It is your duty to send your kids to school. Now you have failed in that aspect, not intentionally, but because circumstances surrounding you could not allow you to fulfill that obligation. Understand that na daddy enweghị. If your kids could understand that, okay, daddy ife ruru ime ife because na daddy enweghị. Kedu ife ị na-ebi alụ grudges n'ebe onye ọzọ nọ na onye ahụ kwereghị nkwa supposed imezuru gị ọdụgodu nya onwegodu ka osi ho wee nwụọ ọkụ na ya ememue. He must do it because na o kwereghị nkwa na ngụ ji ndụ ya. Let us come out from that mentality. Onye kwereghị nkwa iwe were hope niile wee jeti Baịbụl gwara anyị na ọdụ mma mmadụ ikwe nkwa anyị emezu. Ịmakwaghị na Baịbụl a gwalụgo na ọka mma mmadụ inye karịa ịnara ọkọndem. However, ọ sịrịgo na mmadụ ịnara ụdụ njọ. Ọ sịrịgo na mmadụ ịnara ife ịnalụ help na onye nwere need help anyị general help. Mana ọ gwalụgo it is better to give than to receive. It is more honorable to give than to receive, which is of a truth. Everybody na-ekpe ekpere n'ụwa ka ọ nọ na position to be given. Nobody prays n'ụwa ka ọ nọ na position ebe ọ will receive ka ọ ya dey receive. But however, if you find yourself in a position where you need to ask people for help, you ask people for help. But what I am telling you is that na okwu ahụ kwuru na ụtụ ụka abụrụ ije ụgwọ. Etu ahụ esise ụlọ suppose ebe ụka nye onyinye mana ụtụ ụka abụrụ ije ụgwọ. That is the same way eji wee gba na promise is not a debt. stop picking enmity with people because they promise you something and they couldn't fulfill it. Those people don't owe you anything. Those people don't owe you anything. Even some people which you will work, even some people be going to give jide ụgwọ iwe kwa ụgwọ for 1 year. Ha wee kwuo ụgwọ after 1 year. Go na ha ka dị mma. Go na ha eso okwu. In fact, onye a jighị ụgwọ for over 1 year. Go na ka dị mma. Go na ka na-erikọ. Go na ka na-aṅụkọ. Go na ka na-ejekọrịtara onwe ife. Onye awụkwọ onye bịakọrọ gị ife. Onye awụkwọ onye inyeru services. That's why you must have keys. You can be able to look after. You see? No. Rita Onyabo. About having keys that we can be. Let me tell you, in this life, man proposes, but God disposes. Even people who do say too, how you take care of. In Amutu, because of into conditioning on us, we educated. Same way people who millionaires, who billionaires, when one almost one today. They couldn't even take care of women because now their status a change go. That is why in the USA we must plan. We must plan our life the best way we can plan it. But however, it is left for God to determine what happens tomorrow. So in the case where that what we did not bargain for happens tomorrow, we still have to submit to the will of God. So it is not everybody who asks for school fees out there. It is not everybody who asks for house rent out there that failed to plan for today. Some of them with circumstances the hit here. And when people who be landlord on Lagos here today have tenants. Are you telling me that when they planned and bought a land and built a house in Lagos, that they were not planning for tomorrow? You gotta go. You see, when they were planned and got a land, rule, extra plot out there. They have already planned to have court for paying that house rent. But however, even that I don't know what that has she ever back to that place I conquered before. They will, however, keep pushing. But we will not also stop laying emphasis to exactly what you said, because we will not throw away the fact that no when people now without planning for tomorrow. Yes, we will not throw away that part, but I just want to clarify so that you know that why I am talking about asking for help without talking about whether no one plan or no one plan. Let us just reduce it to asking for help. No matter who is asking for that help, whether no one plan or no one plan. What I am saying is, do not pick fight with people because they failed to help you. A lot of people in this life, I made that program the other day, but I made that program, I'm not uncomfortable with me. A lot of people in this life you are seeing, when they open up their programs to you, you will cry, you will shed tears, you will see the story not behind that beautiful car, that beautiful house, and that smile you see. When people name it little problem, they will be complaining, gonna have no complain, I carry ever hana complain, Lugu, and I comfort to her, and I bahube. How more than so can go on with carrying Gefa. I try as much as possible not to make promises to anyone so that I won't be held hostage by it when it is not fulfilled. Oma, there is nobody who don't make promises. However, I only make a promise or the convenient for you to fulfill it. Kudos to you. Don't worry. We all make promises. When condition like this, you may not say no. You will try to make a promise and work on yourself to see if you can meet up with that promise you make. However, the person who should be blamed is not you who made that promise. The person who should be blamed is not you who made that promise. No, come on, I mean, hope, carry a man with hope. Which hope can you? Or come on, you will hope. All within yourself, there is nothing you have given up on solving that problem. Your status still remains the same. Let nobody deceive you. Let nobody deceive you. Your only hope should be, hey, na m problem of 500,000 at least na m mana pata mfe eruo na m eletarịrị phone m n'opekata mpe 700,000. That should be the only hope. Yes, that should be the only hope you have. Na m problem of 10 million. Na m mana worst come to worst na nwe na Akabugu na nsị ka nlee ya anyhow. Na onwe ka m mesi ga adị letarịrị ya ife dị ka ebe 12 million. That should be your only hope. But all na hope who we problem 400,000. Emeka, Emohokos, Webru, Iwe Kokatale Emeka. And let me tell you, some people do so trickish. Some people do so trickish. Okay, let me show you an example. Let me show you an example. Anyway, I don't need to read it out. I don't need to read it out. Some people will give their help. Where do you hope? Oh yeah, cooking dulugu. Me kokatalogo, kokatalogo. See, fortune develop one round. Okay, I will see what I now. Let me see what I can do. Case I have to go established. Case I have to go established. Oh, let me see what I can do. I do go more. Yeah, I won't have much of a problem. Carry out the actual problem. If eventually he fails to solve that problem, he will have to lay all that blames on you. What I am telling you now is something that is going to help you. The only hope in will problem if what you can do on your own to relieve yourself from that problem. If it is hope given to you by people, it is at the same as you are helpless. Yes, if you have a problem, it is you. It is you who it is left for to get yourself out of that problem. It is not people. Yes. What of people that promised to give money to church during Harvest Bazaar and did not later fulfill it? For that, every church, if you want harvest, I'm asking you. If that every church, every church because harvest coming. More way for 50,000 put here. If that every church because now put altar call 50,000 it was here. That was started from the church. Depending on your relationship with the church, that is how church can even call you to tell you, unless you have a good relationship with the church. If you don't have a good relationship with the church anyway, church, altar call, church and they say because now you need 1 million na church here. Mmadụ 100 yenye anyị need 100 million na church ya. Mmadụ 10 yenye anyị 1 million pụta ebe a. Church ọ na-edeka afa mmadụ 100 a. O nwere CCTV camera na-akọbata ihu mmadụ 100 a. Ọ bụrụ na ịpụta ọtakọl ahụ, it is between you and your God. If you find that money, you come and give to the church. Church will thank you. Church cannot write down your name. For that ebe ọtakọl niile pụwara ijenye ego. Nya ịpụta na kere mmadụ 20 nye anyị 5,000 ebe o nwetara nke ịpụtachara edekọla afọ unu debe dekọla phone number unu ka e were akpọ unu. The answer is no. What the church believe is that you know yourself and your God knows you. Ọwụ na o nwere goal isetiri wee na-eme ọwụrụ na Chineke mee ebere ife akụ ka ị bịa weta 1 million ahụ ọwụrụ na ife ahụ aka ịhọ ihe ejegba mbibi wee jenye chọọchị donation email. Yes, ego niile mkpogoro n'ụlọ ụka even to ụfọdụ self na community level self na community level onwe project a na-eme na community ipikie a project 70% of those communities will not come to you asking you to redeem that money except na iwukwu onye community man onwe a kind of relationship go na ha nwere leze ndị awụ ndị idechi obodo ama na akpọ ha na ha na-aza. But a random person out there, community may not come after you asking you biko ụgwọ na ọ na-ekwu ụgwọ na emeghị that. No, anything mmadụ mere free will is not meant for that person to be pressured before that person will redeem that thing. You gotta go. We call it a pledge. Somebody make a pledge. It is a pledge. You gotta go. Oh, a pledge. Oh, pledge. You know, you made this thing. Oh, na if your plan we made that thing I work. Oh, yes, he will make. Oh, yes, he will make. So I hope na my I hope that I answered your question. Oto ka abụrụ ije ụgwọ even onyinye which is more like a normal obligation I make every Sunday. Equal offering time, blessing time. Or ne half ndị na-adọ na n'oche eji ịgafe ha azụ ewegharịghị ọkpa ịgafe onwere onye ya eji ịtarị na-akpagharị n'ụlọ ụka na-asị gị na ọ wụrụ inye ha onyinye ewere ịtarị pịa n'elu ịghọtago. They do it in UK. Oh, eche na ụnụ sị na ndị ọcha adịghị etesi ụka ka ezi so a narị akpọ donation n'ụlọ ụka na UK rite onye abụọ amagwọ m ife ị na-ekwu. So a narị akpọ donation na n'ụlọ ụka na UK. Here ka isi ekwu like this. See, they do it in UK. Which UK? Which UK? Here ka isi ekwuzi like this. Anyway, nevertheless, I'm not in UK. Even now in Nigeria. I'm telling you that in our Nigerian churches here, the relationship or commitment with the church before church can call you to remind you about donation email. And what you people don't understand is more than 40 to 50% of donations people make in a church that I hope you know more than up to 50% of donations people make in a church. You don't know about this, but I'm telling you now. So there is no way you can be justified. Kedu ife na-esoro go na Emeka isi na Emeka akwelugwu nkwa na onye gị fedo otu a na onye gosi gị. Are you not being selfish? That is the same thing you failed to do, which is your obligation. Nobody has crucified you for failing to do what you are supposed to do. Why are you getting upset? It is simple. This is not even something you can apply psychology to it. This is a very simple mathematics. You have failed to do this. You tried all you could to do that thing. Why are you getting upset at somebody for failing to help you do the same thing? Are you not being selfish here? Are you not missing the point here? Are you exonerating yourself from your own problem? You are now replacing your responsibility, adding somebody now to that place to come and bear the blame of what you clearly failed to do. Let me take this house rent, for instance. You paid your house rent in January this year. Next year. Okay, January this year. It's supposed to renew year in January next year. From January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, way back January. 12 to 13 whole months. You couldn't meet up with that obligation. December. What you failed to do in 12 months, you are not angry at yourself. You are now being angry. You started being angry and started bearing grudges on another person for failing to do that thing within a space of 1 month. Let us be fair. You want to go? Let us be fair. You want to, babe. Okay, white people give more than black people. I'm not saying that white people don't give more, but what I'm saying is that I've never heard that Unu Kandosha na call out for donation. Okay, what I go? Even I was told that now, just like Etu, ACMA and so some churches here in Nigeria, that now or they wait time now they pay offering box now door. You may decide to give the offering while coming in, or you may decide to give your offering while going out. But there may not be that time, I say, offering time. Many churches abroad do it. So that giving is not an obligation. It is not something that you are mandated. You are under mandate to do. That is what I am saying. Let us stop using all these things to be justifying promise. Stop Stop complicating the life of people. Let us stop pressuring other people because of our own problem. Your own problem should be more concerned to you. The responsibility should be yours. If you fail to do that, let the regret and everything be for you alone. Stop dragging people into your problem. Yes. If they help you, thank them. If they still did not help you, thank them for at least showing concern to your problem. Do not turn them to your enemies. Do not start bearing grudges. Onwe ka Chineke ji wee gọzie gị. Ese na oge nwere nsogbu dị etu a na ọbịakwutekwuru na onwe ife ime rie. Ngwa inwego nke nkịta kpọọ everyday kpọkwazie community ose ndị nwe that same problem ị nwere mgbe ahụ bịa na ịchọrọ ihe ọpụ ha si mmadụ 10 pụta. I failed to pay my children's school fees at one time. I know that there are countless people who are passing through that problem. I have taken it upon myself that every time, Namada put school fees for 10 people, 10 families that fails to pay school fees for one each of their children. That is the only way for you to show that you may understand the pains you pass through that time. It is not by shifting your responsibility. Imagine when I fail in business today, I will, instead of me accepting the fact that I have failed, instead of me thinking of what I can do to myself to improve, I will start blaming people here and there. I will start blaming people here and there. It is becoming too much. And I am telling you, for the same thing. Let us stop this entitlement behavior when we are asking people for help. I am particularly concerned about that. Let us stop this entitlement behavior about asking people for help. You don't know. I want to say, I am telling you, I have confirmed it. Many people you are running to today, even those who are still helping you, are passing through worse situation than you that they are helping. You just didn't know. You just don't know until the day they fail to meet up with that obligation. Yes, I can tell you categorically clear now that more than 50% of people that are helping you, that you are better than them. You may ask me how. You can say, yes, I'm going cheap. When cheap, landlord in Lagos. Our landlord in Lagos. Yeah? Man, no, 3 billion. 3 billion. Okay. So, you got 3 billion to the bank. I'm banking on his neck. But he still finds his way to sort out your 30,000 naira bill. How is he better than you? Can you survive one day in pressure? When you the best way to go through this life is by putting people in your own shoes. Okay, 5,000 naira at that moment. Malo, no your help when you go 10 million nape. You got to go. Onya will go 10 million nape, and the malo how tight on in a corner. Imagine how tight on in a corner. On AC. Mana heat in a me. You got to go. On AC. Yes. Thank you, Joseph Chigozioje. The bigger the head, the bigger the headache. Are you even aware that some of these our brothers, outside Nigeria, they assault out with 10,000, 5,000, 15,000 on a daily basis? That some of them have failed to renew their papers. Some of them are looking for money to finish up their documentations. Are you aware? Are you aware that some of those people who are paying your house rent from UK, that they are sharing apartments with people, that you are living comfortable more than them because you are living in a 3-bedroom flat, and they are still squeezing themselves, paying for your comfort while they are squatting? Are you aware that some of those people nọ n'obodo oyibo na-enye gị ego ị na-akwụ n'elu? Are you aware? N'ihi na eji anụ 6,000 esi nri, n'ihi na eji anụ 15,000 esi nri, mana ụfọdụ n'ime ha nwere ike ha gbarala asa ha tara anụ gbara agba. Ị nwere ike ịsị ọgụnụ etu onye ha ka ọwụ isi na-awa ha. Ịghọta ife a ịyọ mmadụ ife onye ahụ enyeghị oge ihe iwe. Mmadụ ekweghị nkwa onye ahụ emezughị ihe iwe. Ihe ejiwe iwe na mmadụ kweghị nkwa o mezughị ewu na ụfọdụ ife ngụnwa zuwere onwe gị imezubeghị ya. And ọhọ nkwa niile ikwere nwunye gị mgbe ị nụrụ ya ka imezugoro. And ọhọ everything you decided n'ụwa ihe emere ụmụ ka imegoro quarter of it. All these people are not even a lot of things you promised your parents. You couldn't even do, you haven't even done quarter of it yet. How will faith and trust in you that you will deliver? Yeah? Have you thought about it? If you start getting upset at people for not helping you or for not fulfilling their promise, it means that everything around you should be upset with you because you have failed to meet up with one or two things you have agreed upon yourself to do. Yes. Baby, Chineke ayekwe, I will try everything easy with stress. One day, can go down moto EJ buju ụmụazị akwụkwọ. Ọkwa ikwu onye ife afọ over 6 years. Ikwu onye ife afọ over 10 years. Go to moto ahụ. Nwaanyị ọnwụgo ọgụ. Nwaanyị understanding that na ego ya bịa bụ na ego ebịa n'ihi egota. She goes through every stress of taking those kids to school, knowing fully well that one day na ife kweta n'ihi egota. So kerezi onye esi wee wụrụ mmadụ kweghị nkwa na onye nye 10,000 onye pụrụ 10,000 ise na ebe ahụ ịsọpoziri iji ego ahụ mefenu na onye ahụ mere na imeghe ka o si wee wụrụ onye ahụ meghe onye ahụ create that problem for you. Onye ahụ jiri gị ife ahụ ije mee. Some of you have even taken it to the point that na mmadụ fail to honor your committee of friends. Iwewere iwe kedu ife ị na-ewere onye failure honor committee of friends gị iwe o jighị ụgwọ. I am asking you. You have taken this thing to another level. O jighị ụgwọ ngụnwa na onwe eri eje gị ịnụ nwaanyị onye ahụ je gị ịnụ iche na ịnụ nwaanyị agụghị iche na ịnụ nwaanyị agụghị ụfọdụ ụwụ ịdụkwa 35 years kwado ije nụ nwaanyị adị onye dụ 42 years adụbụ nwaanyị na committee of friends o meet you up because of ndị ife si wee dụrụ ya iwewere iwe na ngụnwa dụ 35 ka nọrọ under pressure to get married karịa onye dụ 42. Let us be honest and be factual in this life. Yeah? Etu a ka ihe esi ayọ onye enweghị moto na moto gị dọmpụ na mechanic since over 5 months. Ị na-ayọ ya ọ bụrụ na onye ahụ help ọ iwe nne nwụ na nwere moto ana m ajụ ajụjụ onye ahụ ị na-ewesara iwe n'ofe elulu inye ego eji wee kwụ ụgwọ akwụkwọ nwa ọnụgo nwaanyị iche na nyanwụ ime onye ya dakpọ ebe adị na mọme na nwunye mọme iche na ọha abịa. Let us stop all this. I am going this deeper to explain to you that na ife na-akpaghị dị iche na nke na-akpa onye ọzọ. However, onye ọbụla hapụrụ side and I said it the other day, say be grateful to people. Can you little thing appreciate it? Stop counting. Ọgaranya niile 10,000 ka onye wee kwuo the other day wee gwa ma mmadụ na-enyeru that 10,000 that day enyeru gị Nnamdi I greet you. Ma mmadụ na-enyeru that 10,000 that day enyeru 10,000 ahụ o nwere 10,000 ahụ enyeru that day ọwụ na-enyeri ihe up to mmadụ 10 ngụnwa na onwe eruketa alụ ị na-ekwu 10,000 ka ọ enye m not very stingy. Ngụnwa enyeru 10,000 si na 10,000 ahụ enye onye mmadụ 1,000 ife ọsị ya agwa mmadụ wụ n'ọdị 20,000 ka m na-achọ nweta 10. Okay, ị na-achọ 20,000 enyeru 10 idokwawe na-achọ ka ị nweta agba 10 eri ka ị wee mee ife ị chọrọ ime. Are you aware that na onye nyeru 10,000 ahụ na-achọ 10 million? Are you aware? Onye nyeru 10,000 ahụ kịta na-achọ 10 million mana o si n'ime nyeru 10,000 nyekwa other people 10,000. Go na ya onye ka mma. I am asking you, go na ya onye ka mma. Uwe ezokwu n'oke onwuhu onye nọ n'ụwa ya si na ife zuru n'oke. Even Dangote, ego Dangote ji banks ya kwulie. Ego Dangote efuru ji banks. Dangote refinery, 10 commercial banks wife bottom loan with CBN, eji welu that bank. Dangote financed about 40% of that project with Ege. Yeah? Same way they told me 2 weeks ago that 20K is too small for giveaway. You see, it has become a problem, and they man no problem. Call Mona na watch program amana may encounter go this thing one way or the other because when onye no way onye ọka 10 commercial banks with CBN who have financed Dangote refinery with about 40 or 30% of his money. Now that refinery will make it go do capable or enough to pay even off CBN their commitment in that project. He is under pressure to relieve the debts that and the other facilities onwere. N'elu ife niile ọ ka nọkwa ebe a wuru help na-enyekwa ndị ofiru na ọka mma. Ọkwa ifugo ọgaranya ka wee nwe problem. Onye ahụ ị na-efiru na onwere ego na ọka do advantage na ọka wee nwe problem. Daily expenses here nwere ike iwu your monthly expenses, and he can't afford to miss out one because when we see out one, a lot of things to involve. For example, that if he fails to meet up with the obligation of paying his workers, thousands of families are at stake. Are you getting me? Only when even 50 workers on a program. If he fails to pay monthly salary of those 50 workers, and will hundreds of people to involved there. I don't know if you are getting me. So these people have more to worry about. You have less to worry about. It's just that man so and they to get a in a timu. A command to be in a church secular and hello. Send them account number. You got to go. Yeah. Hey, to what? Go to your own. Ụfọdụ every month we see ịkwụ okay Nigeria bịakwana gbajuo dọla ka o si wee dị etu a dọla alịa na ngụnwa na-ebezi akwa ekwukwara m ife a the other day ngụnwa na-ebe akwa na 5 CBN afọ ị na-ebubata ma ego iji agba ya increase go wee jụọ ka ego ahụ iji agba increase onye ahụ ị na-ene anya na ọ na-ebubata 10 containers nke ya o decrease ọkwọrị ọhụrụ na nke si from 5 million ria to 10 million imekweghị na nke si from 30 million ria to 100 million no nwekwara burden of looking for another 70 ọ ya add wee gba 10 containers ahụ ọ na-agba nke ya ahụ wụrụ ọwụ isi nyere uru nke nye nwa wụrụkwa ọwụ isi nyere so ọ bụrụ na o deghalụ nke ya anya mere nwa obere ife appreciate it. Yes, if there is something we should even be preaching, it is the spirit of gratitude. Because when I watch this program, them not to kind like and love. When I go na Facebook, there is empire. For if Facebook na eme mmadụ than keep as well. Facebook reduce the rich mmadụ, reduce oye. But there is nothing we can do. You can still help the process by clicking on like and the love button, then share the program. That is the only way you may get more people on board to come and hear what we are saying. Because if I know a lot of people need it here, even to make this program the other day because now man pressure, school fees, over uno, ega yeji mesu ticket ya yejina, ega yeji complete, ega yeji sola abia yejina. Ega yeji we clear company ebe a na-akwụ ụgwọ ka e wee nwee ike nọrọkwa on a clean slate in the next year. A lot of pressure as you are also warming up to go and start asking people for help. I want you to know that as much as etu a his wee buru na etu a ka ndị niile ahụ na-eje yọ si wee buru etu a his achọ ka i close end up there with your company etu a ka onye a si achọ commit up obligations here within the China for the year for successful commencement of business next year. I hope you know. Now let me tell you something. You will idea na no na-enwe 50 containers no na-enwe 50 containers ịghọtago yeah no na-enwe 50 containers no na-enwe 100 containers. Are you aware na ife most people na-eme ewu or na ife many people na-eme ewu ha bunata afịa ha na-ele na-akwụ ndị ọcha ụgwọ ndị ọzọ na-alụrụ ha afịa a na-akwụ ndị ọcha ụgwọ ndị ọcha na-alụrụ ha afịa a na-akwụ ndị ọcha ụgwọ ndị ọcha na-alụrụ ha afịa akwụcha ụgwọ ndị ọcha ebuje afịa to cargo achọwakwa ego anyị eji bupụ gbaa. Are you aware? It become a recycle ọdụkọ no recycle ka na recycle ife a onye ahụ nọkata okechi onwe ya eriri n'anya je mee ofe ife ego ije shada anya na ife ahụ o melu ije wụla anya ọkpụrụọkpụ anya tinye n'ọmarịcha unu ahụ ọlụrụ o ji wee n'onwe ya ọlụ maka ọzọ ya alụ until not solve problem unu niile. Let us stop that. We are coming to the end of the year. Oh yeah, hey, New Year resolution. I don't need any friends around me because they are useless to me. New Year resolution. All those uncles, all those relatives that cannot help me, I am cutting them off this 2025. Anolom. Imama donation cut off. If you don't take notice of what I am saying, as you are planning to cut off people, people are also planning to cut you off. Because na position people feel that you can help them because you are managing to do things that they cannot do on their own. So when you help mad, can account to if you hire help can they feel help na account now you have explanations of why you cannot help them. A refugee say explanations of why they cannot help you. You got that? Ana m ekwugodo okwu ka mma na m afọ ego mmechi wee gba afịa m nọ n'ụzọ ọ na-asị nchọrọ ya 10,000. So onye nke ahụ ya ọnkụrụ nke ahụ ị na-emejekwa anya na ọsọpụzụrụ ibu iwe ụwa niile ịma ka o si wee dụrụ ya. Some of them na-aka kreti gwa kịta na-akwado ụgwọ akwụkwọ ya akwụdisi ya agbago ngụ. This idea of saying onye nyere m 50,000 ka m wee kwụ ụgwọ akwụkwọ ma nọ na mkpụrụ ụmụ ya 5 ụgwọ akwụkwọ na Amerịka ọ gbasalụ ngụnwa woju ụmụ jeti na new era ịfụ ha akaba ezem ngụnwa woju ụmụ jeti na good shepherd ọ na ịfụ ha oke ọfịa community school ọ na ịfụ ha iwoju ụmụ jeti ebe ifilu na at your level that you can give them the best there nyanwa wolukwu ụmụ ya only because our children our future I na prepare. So on how you prepare that your future you owe nobody any explanation. You cannot have explanation to people on how much you invest na your children. Onwere onye nwere right ịjụga ajụjụ a ọsọkwa onye ahụ ya decide iwe resources niile o nwere n'ụwa zụọ nwe na Oxford. It's none of your business. Ife ọ na-akwado retirement plan benefit ye ọ na-abuild ebe a ife ọ na-akwado ife ahụ the next generation ye it is not your business. However o mechaa nke ahụ nke o mere iwu nke ihe wuru onye ji because of ka iwee zụọ ụmụ n'okogbu owolu maka onye akwụrụ nwa ya ụgwọ akwụkwọ na Harvard onye dịrị nke a. Stop counting. Stop telling people what to do with their money. Make something effectively with the little you have. Yes. Yeah. This is empire. Anama accept that request or drop, but where is that your comment? Where is that your comment? Can see about let us stop this. If as onion can go plan a court on the mother of this 2025. Other people are also trying to cut you off. Before you know it, as a matter of fact, the mother naturally wahala people na do too much. You cannot take all your hope and put it in the hand of people. You need to pick a fight with people every time for helping to do for you what you have failed to do for yourself. If you want to be angry at anybody, you should be angry at yourself. For you to go and ask people for help, it means you have failed to do that in yourself. We are not blaming you for failing to do that. We are not blaming you for failing to do those things for yourself. Why are you blaming us now for failing to do it for you? It is an intelligent question, and ability to answer questions is what makes you an intelligent somebody. Christmas. Do you know that it is more difficult and more hard for these big men in Enanya to come back for Christmas than Ngoma Wobeloje? Nobody is looking up to you. Nobody is taxing you for anything. No, in fact, all you need to do is to just come home and spend your Christmas. Yes, a lot of people are hoping on them to even celebrate their Christmas. Yeah? I am telling you reasons why those people you are looking up to will meet you up with the promise I make clear to you. There are thousands of reasons. But I am telling you now that there is a reason. This is a CTAD program, but again, I am telling you now that there is a reason, and the all genuine reasons. Yes. Yes. So all this anger, yeah, you don't even know what that person is passing through. Now the only way Unujama no onye na-eme ọfụma ka m ghara use oganya na onye na-eme ọfụma aha emesi ọfụma awụ the moment o lesịrị ife niile awụ evidence gosiri ụlọ na-eme ọfụma because kekwana ife wụ evidence gosiri ụlọ na-eme ọfụma na ọ na-agba moto mara mma it takes millions of naira for big men to return for Christmas, you see Uchenna. But some people are that man, it takes them more to return for Christmas than Ngoma Wobeloje. Ngoma Wobeloje nwere ike ifu onye bụ na moto ilugo unu and they want Christmas happily. If I talk about it takes them more. Ụfọdụ n'ime ha nwere ego one ha nidiri idewe ha edewe ha ego n'ụlọ na they will not come back because ego niile ha ji abata ndị mmadụ na-eri ọhọ na o ji arụ ọnụ family wife ọkọstọ iji wee bata Christmas. They spend more, their commitment become more. Etu aha ha ka wisi na awa ha. A lot of people are counting on them now for akpara isi ayi ribe fa. Wisi ahụ ugodi ife na awa ha. Ọgodu nke ayi ribe ha. Are you getting the point now? Yeah. So igukọkata gukodebe. Igukọkata kwụsike n'ịgụ. Kwụsike n'ịgụ ọmọgwụ onye mere ibe yo. I am being honest to you. Onweghị onye mere ibe ye. Ife ahụ iji wee mara na onye a na-eme ọfụma. Ụbọchị o lele ife ahụ ụbọchị ịchọpụtara na ife ahụ adịghọzi iwee malụ na nsogbu ya adịghị na obvious. And ọ ya bịa kọwarụ because ọ bịa kọwarụ onwe ife ihe emenwuri ya. No, hey, nna na onye a bibugo na Leki o. Kịta o si na Leki kwabata agọ si agọ na ịba si ịba na aja mgbadi si aja mgbadi ka ọ gụrụ n'okoko ama ebe ka dị n'ime. Alalam ọ na village ọkwụnye ozu ugwu nọ na Lagos mgbe ahụ ka ị ya anọ wee mma na ofetru na onye nwere nsogbu ọ nna na olekwa na moto yo na-amasịta mfụ na keke na Lagos iwee mmalụ ọ na osigo n'ime afịa pụọ na ọ hazikwa eme container offload na ozikwo group page ka ọ na-eti iwee mara na ife aha a na-ekwu doro ya mana mgbe ahụ onye a na-efiksi onwe nna na nsogbu adụkwụ na onye a na-ahụsụ na-efiksi onwe ọ gwaghị na onwe ha ego ihe ekweta because na that same Lexus ọ na-agba ọ ka bụ ya abata uru and ọ ka bibe na agọ ọ ka bibe na Satellite Town ọ ka bibe na Lekki. Yes, ọ ka narị eme ọbịa mmemme ewolu Mike tikata mkpu obinye nye ha 50,000. Ọ ka narị eme ọbịa mmemme couples gbawa egwu ọbịa bụ ego ọ ka na-eme ife niile a ka ego esi agwazighị na onwe problem na onye nye mụ common 500,000 ị na-ane. Stop that mentality. Onye nye mụ that common 500,000 ị na-ane inyego mmadụ common 3,000 ọ na-anaghị. I'm asking you if ebe ị na-go na keke na nso change 100 naira ọ dụka the whole ndị mmadụ niile nọ na sele anyị agbakọrọ ebe ị na-azọ common 100 naira as change ịghọtago ifu ebe ị na-ekwe watermelon on ka ewepụrụ 15 naira. Ndị mmadụ eche na your life depend on that 15 naira. Ọma nke ya amaghị nke onye ọzọ. Ọma nke ihe amaghị nke onye ọzọ. Ndị arịrịọ niile ị na-eme iti n'ụzọ enidro to more than 50 naira or 100 naira from you. Mmadụ one n'ime ha ka inyegoro even 100 naira. Ana m ajụ ajụjụ. Ọkwa maka o si dọrọ mana ịma ọka o si wedoro onye ọzọ. Sometimes ị na-afụ onwe in a corner where you will have 5 million in your account, but you cannot even spare 10,000 to give somebody. Ọ dụrụ gị etu a. Ikekwe ichukwu 5 million ahụ wee jekwa na-aya ọgaranya ka o mezuolu 100,000 ihe eji wee mee ife. Maka ife ị na-achọ ọwụ 5.5. Ị chọọ ka nye nwa help with ọgụ doru no 500,000 or ego nọ na ihe enyenwu. Ọgwa ahụ na ọ ya enyenwu gị iwe were iwe. Ị na-achọkwu 500,000. Nyanwa debe 100 million na-achọ 50 million. Nyanwa debe 100 ka na-achọ 50. Ọ nwekwara ike ọwụrụ afịa ka ị chọrọ ịgba. Nyanwa nwekwara ike wụrụ afịa nke ka ọ chọrọ ịgba. Go na ya chọrọ ịgba afịa ka unu bupụtakwa ife unu na-ele were mentenụkwa ife unu na-eme. Mana nyanwa commit a crime. Ịghọtana? Nyanwa commit a crime for not helping you. Nyanwa commit gogo crime for not helping you. I call it being selfish. You know, in this life, if we stop being selfish, we will live more in peace. Being selfish is all about you, how you feel, how you see things. But I have tried so many times to tell people on Facebook here that life is not programmed to work that way. If we start living this life, how I feel, what matters to me, you won't even get married. Yes, because in a like, you like enjoying your space, are you not going to get married? The moment you get married, they're gonna murder on your space. Before you know it, you keep having children. And the moment you get married and you keep having children, you cannot stop visitors from coming to your house. So that particular barrier will go broken by you getting married. So association and our continuous meeting with people, we keep breaking some of those things. That's what I'm telling you. Life cannot be about you. If life is about you, now that office, is the boss playing by your own rule? The boss is not playing by your own rule. So when you have your own company tomorrow, the company will also run according to the procedure of running such kind of business and not by your own way of doing things. I don't like too many people staying around me. So if you work in an office where it is a restaurant, are you going to restrict the number of people that will be coming into your restaurant to come and eat because you don't want too many people around you? So life is not programmed to work exactly the same way you want it. That is why sometimes stop reasoning about yourself, have a collective reasoning. You will arrive at an answer. You gotta go. Which end they go at? Also, you can do well as a relationship teacher. Which end Ezugo is just few guys will understand what you are saying. One guy called me and said I should direct him where he will go and carry bag of rice and 10 liter groundnut oil. Specify 10 liters. You see? Have you seen? Odoroma. Sometimes if he fail, are you not a human being? You have failed to do these things. You are supposed to have a clear understanding of what it means for somebody to fail in their obligation. No even supposed to a better idea of understanding how other people feels. And that is how I live my life. You want to go? Only even like this, a clear understanding of how it is for other people. It will help you more to understand other people. It is sad, however, that big men who has at least their problems do their problems do more huge, but at least some of those things they can lack him. as a middle-aged somebody. They are now fulfilling that obligation in excess to their families. It is, however, sad that them that has long passed that level where you are, Norusian a level where they have food in their kitchen, they pay their children's school fees, they are still understanding the pain of not being able to pay for school fees, even when they are comfortable paying for school fees. It is sad that they could understand the pain of not having food to eat, and yet they give you bags of rice for you to eat food, even when they have long passed that stage. Big men cannot understand the pains you are passing through at that level, even when they have passed that stage. Because when we get even do more weightier than Ghana about, but not food. So, or can I explain when they provide real food to eat? But on Goma Wobelonye, never provide for yourself. Other understanding when other people fail to provide for you. Is that not selfishness? Is that not wickedness to an end? And that is why interesting that you will find more vindictive people. You will find more people who are wicked among people like us who are poor people than among the rich. There is more love among the rich than among the poor. A poor man can be more vindictive, more calculative. Instead of it, more calculative na his way of redeeming circumstances or do more calculative in holding revenge for tomorrow. He doesn't even know whether tomorrow will come. Instead of him to be more wicked in confronting that barrier, or do more wicked to another man for failing to understand his or her circumstances. I don't know if you understand the comparison I gave you now. A big man, all that to go to the point where he will say that there is no food to eat in his house, but yet all understanding that you don't have food to eat. And that is why Christmas like this, some of them will share bags of rice, some of them will share money, some of them will share things because they know, yes, selfishness of the highest order. They know that in as much as they have succeeded in providing these things for them, there are people who may not provide that thing for themselves. So they devise a means of trying to accommodate you. Now, some of them take Iromo on scholarship, some of them may help with the school fees. They know that the problem they have currently is not paying their children's school fees. Yeah, but they understand the fact that in as much as they can pay comfortably their children's school fees, there are people who cannot afford that services. That is why Haji now you provide for yourself. Where those people fail to provide for you, you will now fail to understand them. But you are the one currently who is in that lack. You are the one who is failing to do so many things, even for yourself. We are not even talking about doing for other people. You are failing to understand the circumstances. When you fail to provide for yourself, you should feel pain and pity for people who has failed to provide for you. It is not a rocket science. But you do so vindictive, you do so calculated that maybe on a lack, you keep counting the crimes of people who has failed to provide for you. That is selfishness and it is wickedness and vindictiveness to some extent. Yes, and vindictiveness to some extent. You are failing to understand your condition, and somebody who has passed that condition in on it is even more understanding to the condition that you are in. Yes, poor people fail to understand that big men deserve Christmas gift also. You see, I wish they will hear this your teaching, but this teaching may not sit well with some people because na this Christmas. Or the whole big man one na tashu na ije wote ije wota gare ije wutaku iwe okwa iye je kwa buri ele all help kwa na solve a problem of 70,000 mana oka ukwa aku iye leta 4,000 ki ije sustain the family. Yet you see on akwa we solve the problem of 70,000 hours solve lo ije si wola akwa mechakwa akwa ofuma kechie ya bi ha ka ha dọnye na butu moto wee na Christmas ihe ejele because obere onye nwụrụ mgbe o ji enwe enough mana o believe na big man enweghị enough o believe na big man enweghị ife niile zuru onye gwalụ so a poor man anọrugo in a position na-ekwu poor man ka ọ ghara inwe another person na-ekwu we poor men ịghọtago. Are you saying all this so that you won't do Christmas for me this year? Business empire ime Christmas ahụ problem. We will do Christmas for each other. Mmemeru Christmas ihe emeru Christmas amazing Christmas mụ na ihe emeru ibe anyị nke ya karị ịghọtago. I will do Christmas for you, you will do Christmas for me ịghọtago. Mana amụghọzi Christmas mụ na ihe emeru ibe this is biko ezitikwa ịbatakwa again or isendekwa request ịghọtago. Are you getting me? So understand sometimes that the best way to go through this life is to put other people in your shoes. Go into the shoes of other people. Go into the shoes of other people. Etu ahụ isi achọ 4,000 ihe ejije na chemist jegolo ọgwụ efuho ya ka mmadụ si wee kpoje nwa ya na India for treatment ya save life nwa na-achọ 40 million. Are you not getting me? You want to save your life. Nyanwa chokwari save life nwa or life ya. Are you not aware? Are you not aware? Etu ahụ isi achọ 50,000 ihe eji wee kwụ ụgwọ hospital bill. Etu a ka onye ahụ si achọ 10 million ọ eji wee je take care of health ya. Yes. He dictates what to do with his money. You can only dictate what to do with your own money. You can only dictate what you can do with your own money. This issue of counting people's money for them, helping those people to spend their money for them, writing a timetable on how people should spend the money you don't know how they suffered to make. Some of these people are suffering more than you before they make those millions and they spend. They go through emotional stress, they go through mental stress. In fact, they are suffering. You are enjoying because you have little or nothing to worry about. The only thing you have to worry about this life is your personal expenses. These people will more than that to worry about. So I have a way of thinking that big men, there is more love among the rich than we have love among the poor. Let me buttress this point more. Ogalanya nwere ike spend if out of numerous problems to help you. But how many times have you seen Obelonye helping Obelonye to pay school fees? Onwero. Always Onwero. Let me tell you what I mean by Obelonye. Let's say that I am operating within 1 million or 2 million. On to say I operate. On your network on how I operate. Another person now operates between 200,000 to 300,000. When we problem, if you take a problem of 100,000 or problem of 200,000, which I know that even though even now control 1 or 2 million, now we can see I may still help that person, but I will not do it because I believe I don't have. I will not do it because I believe that we all don't have. If we challenge, yeah. So everybody is expecting from them. The whole body go to them. Two things kind of here. Number one.
Go. So Christmas I'm now kwado na ya agbalum preaching niile na-eme nnọọ ka m wike moral m daa ka ọ n'otu. Christmas a negoro anya sị na mma akpọ n'isi ndị ahụ posted that enwechere m those ones na nwere class of hair m chọrọ. Na m agwa gị the class of hair m chọrọ personally. Ije order ya privately send them ọ ihe na-agbagharịrị ha ka ị hapụ ịgbara m the Christmas.
Nnukwu nwaanyị ọrụ ngo ya agbalụ Christmas ya agbalụ ọkwa ịpụrụ ebe ahụ
Good morning, my brother. You see that he post amount price ya because warm me na WhatsApp with prices. Oh, man, I'm busy. Come back when Christmas. Oh, send them me na WhatsApp. You tago ka o choose the picture down na call no like it one price ya come go nye your wife.
Hey, power. Thank you.
Nina raise boro.
Thank you very much.
That's my little way of appreciating anybody I love. If I love anybody,
Thank you.
I cannot be associating with you. Whether me jego, me jihego, that you will not benefit anything from. You go to 5,000 naira. He may him like it. I will tell you thank you. Okay, God bless you.
Thank you very much.
For me, that this guy is him on the
Exactly.
eziokwu na o mere ya abandon for some time anyị amaghị ihe anyị mere
na COS issue ka anyị mejọrọ uche nna ewere desis emegidere m na m chọrọ ije ọka ka m fụ uche nna but emenwuho nya due to engagement and the commitment but believe m na nkata mụ na uche nna wife anyị enwe personally the guy is very intelligent but ebe anyị na-enọ wee nwee
mana abịara m dị surprise nọ otu ndị na-adịghị intelligent si bịa ịghọtago he couldn't reason critically na that case. I'm not saying he should support us what we are saying, but at a point I was wondering what happened to Uche. Why can't him sit down and categorically analyze issues and situations also they say a maybe before? We can work on long with personal encounter or problem with Okuro and one night we call ya na cause. He might how.
Oye ife na-eme oye this is man even na-eme this thing one some cases with something to do with people using their emotions. I understand that case. Many people will quickly come into that case. Looking at those people who lose ego, how those people will be feeling, what it feels like for somebody to lose his or her money. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Are you getting me? People they used to carry such things in judging many things, and that is why we use when it comes to a case between a big man and a poor man. Have you not seen that many people will quickly align themselves with a poor man to fight the rich man?
Exactly.
Have you not noticed that? The reason is because they will say that now the big man now oppress the poor man.
They intimidate the poor man with
not that intimidate. Some people will even come with anahanazo. No, hundreds of land. No, sure, no, you're going 50 plots of land. Forgetting Nanka, Ochi dash your mother, or dash your mother, when you make Ochi dash your mother, only right is all you see, so that is the emotion follow some people use the word now that case of COS.
Yeah.
Now, issues with who those people we already know that now will personal grievances with Okurora. We know them. You know, I go, which emotion way than at the open. And they may not be entirely wrong for demanding for justice for those people. However, Abraham made a mistake. Aligning themselves with those people, their main agenda is to indict Okurora.
No, they're not wrong fighting, supporting those that lost their money. But my problem with them was the approach. Their approach and how they were going about it. It was that approach that I was against. You want to go?
Yeah.
When I had a COS this morning, not because of Uchenna Iguatu Kamji, you want to go cheap where in. Uchenna, welcome back and return back to Daisy's Empire. You want to go, when I with that page, Munaga Abo Nugo. Web page with Daisy's Empire, you can't run away from it. Okay, Brazil can cheap one or two things this morning. Our people were so much entitlement mentality, like Amarom can say Tiniaka. Our people got not calculate, like I don't know whether they think it's why only no Bodo Ibo, ni no Robodo Ibo, then where's he Hekoro? You have to go Okatan. I want no here. 2 weeks ago, I just no because Otegaka. Nyere ego na Facebook, ịghọtago? So,
Yes.
okay, let me just put up. I don't want to call it G-way. Imago Facebook ada like the word.
Yes.
Come were ndị mmadụ 2,000 5,000 ịghọtago ka m just mee a challenge gwa ha post o video jikwa ya promote our brother anyị dance egwu ya his new song m like very well na onye ọ na-agbara dị egwu gbakarịa nwee more likes mmesendịrị ya 20,000 ihe a ego mmadụ na-arụ ha arụ. Come and see my comment section. Has him as big as you are. You live abroad. This one, that one. Ordinary 20,000. Ka mmadụ ga-eji bịa mewe video. Mee challenge. Blah, 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 blah. Nah, the insults carry the last week. Because of that, actually, me my usual empowerment this Christmas end of the year. I will not do it. More.
This is no.
I not go try.
No.
Okay, because the Facebook, the Nigeria feel their rights, to collect something from a page owner. You can say page get the money. Ego ne can actually pay Facebook na kumad. Do you understand? How much do they think na making a Facebook? Oh, I'm not way go Facebook before I can help people online. Man, anybody think of. Do you understand? So our people should start changing this thing. And when anybody don't know one a problem, financial problem, okay. In a robodo, for instance, let's say only earn 3,000 every month. 3,000 drop on account to the end of the month. Before the first of new month, once on the first second, he gonna have account to give minus. Ugu no week 1,008 or 15, boom. 3,000 I go have. Okay, we put 500, boom. Insurance, different types of insurance, both moto, all depend the motor line, different types of insurance, all the extra private. Like we get that 3,000 before you know it, now for 500 or 300 remaining for you. You can manage it to struggle to the end of the next month. All life I live abroad, okay, but people should please learn to appreciate. But something could happen. And when you are not the person's primary responsibility. Maybe not get melogia, which means not sure he made that thing, but anything can happen. You got to go, or probably say for chef no we go again. The only thing you do is to remind forget about it. Don't feel bad about it. If you marry a better because he had the intention to help you, but something came up. And another thing is this: if you're listening here, in this life from today, when you don't have money, that thing as immediately to do it. Because you say okay, let's see what we can do. I'm not promising you, but let me see. I will get back to you. Simple. He will start looking for other alternatives. Forget. If you're listening to me here and you can eat 2 times a day, if you know you ate that money, you're not at 500,000, and that you cannot forget 500,000, back. Don't release that money. Near 50,000, still annoy him. So that if he does not pay the 50,000, relationship damage. So please, can we na emetukwana ndị mmadụ ebere onye ọ na nwee mkpa ote ya brezu go no ihe akịta Christmas erugo ọnụgo nwaanyị o nwee younger ones ọ para ihe dị ya dị isi ka nkụ
ibe mbụ n'isi a isi ma na-apụ awụ.
But you guys will not understand. Okay? Apụta kịta sị na ọ na-eme 10,000 giveaway. Unu apụta sị ọsọ 10,000 ka ị na-enye mmadụ. What will you do with 10,000? It's go owing you money from anywhere. Money before Facebook ebido. You are watching him on Facebook. Is he giving him any money? His page is not monetized. So let's reduce the level of toxicity na social media. Now this Facebook especially. New year in Abania. In Abata na Facebook. Try to behave like a human being. About every post, madam, comments. You must not. And if you know you don't like somebody, you don't like the person's platform, you don't like the person's attitude, block or page. You happy now post here. Because in a course wrong with the BP, getting angry unnecessarily. Try to train yourself to preach love, to exude love. Try no we gonna ask you. Just love. Even if you don't know how to say I love you, learn how to say be nice. It does not cost anything to be nice. In fact, on our cost so much to dwell on negativity, it will be hurting you mentally, but than being nice. If you're happy within you, with yourself, or you will even live longer than you're supposed to live. Let us please try and sanitize Igbo cyberspace. You will see one user somewhere will start up something, blah blah blah. Before you know it, they will start dragging somebody. Before you know it, only one group, only one group. Does it mean that people don't have things to do to educate, entertain people? I don't know, or even to do business. And make every day. The very first place we contact Facebook and live video and all that, Facebook Messenger online. Off from the platform the picture and off when I watch my comment that time. Post a picture how I appreciate people and all that. He now has to check my pictures. Went and contacted the owner of that platform. Say I'm on blah blah blah. That is how our communication started. On Facebook as a young lady now no baby. Now everywhere, they disrespect people. Like I'm after some small guests on my platform. Ne giri up and down, not support Judy Austin. Each of in support to polygamy. No baby. You don't know that those men that are clicking love and like they are not gonna marry you. Real responsible men will never come to you with the kind of mentality here and type on Facebook. But you want to marry. Let's learn to respect people. Let's learn to appreciate. And one day I run the program here, one lady put here say, and that lady is always everywhere all over the platform. Comment that I should send her money. Go cause na agro Ma Joya, whether she gave me money to keep for her, she started insulting me. That the next thing I will do is, when you that the next thing I will do is to go and post her picture na my dry page. Somebody that is begging me for money suddenly realized that my page, the page owner you are asking money from, has a dry page. Okay, I decided to just ignore her. Do you understand? So let us learn to respect ourselves and respect people. Okay, stop being too over demanding or this mentality, entitlement mentality everywhere. Although easy for page owner, and these things we do here, we create time to come and entertain you people or to educate. You guys should also learn to appreciate us. Everybody level only in life, you need even if it's gifting people with stars on their pages. Oh yeah, may have the more motivated. You don't need to have millions to gift a page owner star. It's just a way of saying thank you to that owner that he met like him. Appreciate page owners too, so that they will have more joy in them to give back to the people. Okay, please, Brezugo, like Bro Chenna said, please. The new year now by him and go one experience. At least he will go 1 year experience. You have to start the relationship discussion. Because I know a lot of nobody who like this. You anyhow. People should not mind my mouth. All of you, but majority of you, you don't treat your wives right. Yeah, that's the reason why I'm on Facebook. Who need the change? They need to learn. I'm telling you the truth. Because you have a topic like this, people will call in if they want. Because relationship advice is very important. A lot of them need to learn. Because Nahamota hear from their parents, but they can learn it from us on social media. Okay. So God bless you, brother.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Daisy. Thank you very much.
Right.
Yeah, that is a very wonderful advice from Daisy Empire. Some of the toxic behaviors I exhibiting on Facebook I don't know whether she read my mind actually, because I also wanted to treat that topic, because as we are ending this year, I think we should throw away a lot of negativity this year and start on a positive note next year. I actually wanted to talk about that kind of toxic behaviors I know is beating at Facebook. Because of something follow na Facebook page Igbo Credo. Always something follow na Facebook page Igbo Credo. And I felt bad. I felt bad. The young man na advertise properties of the real estate company Mary Ambassador. And I'm sure the realtors, those realtors that will come and help in marketing the lands, and will able not only will interest in becoming a realtor, that you know you can market land, you know you can do this, that you can contact him, something like that. Somebody J Battle, where's here you are a FOOM, can in English. So I looked at this comment, I looked at what Igbo Credo said in that particular video. I did not see anything really it connect to somebody that kind of a name. Now sometimes I don't know what uno smoke before I been at this social media. What can even really bring about this comment in this particular post? He also started insulting me. So that one will be on another day. But thank you very much, this is Empire, because he metraka ebenide. He metraka ebenide. He want to go, okay, oh, well, I join the man. Ogaho help so much this year. Can you feel kwadolu ijuwechi just say thank you? No about this Christmas. Can you feel kwadolu ijuwechi just say thank you? No about this Christmas. Have you seen? In Welo even any, you don't even have any mind of giving, not even rendering services at all. Not even rendering services at all. You got to go. Onye ahụ na-ebi ya price na akwụrụ ụgwọ akwụkwọ. Ịbịakwa fichasị chu na Christmas ya. Ị na-efegharịkwa ka ịma nọ ya sị na 20,000 awụrụ. Thank you very much. Ihe efegharịkwa. Eh? Let every genuine options and plans you have be what you can be able to do by yourself. I am still saying it. We can never do away with promise. Yes, somebody can promise you something based on something on their expect. It is possible that thing will be now another pressing need. He must have to, of course, attend to his or her need. And when it's wow, do little compared to what you are expecting. When if you suppose you expect in anybody in particular, take no for an honest answer. Every ifobone your mother, so when you want capital oil, so when you want to go take your you must not be expecting yes. Also, we reduce so that request to 5,000. He believe you. No, always take no for an answer. That person doesn't owe you anything. And a maro post we do nya. Ụfọdụ nwere ike mara masịrị ka m hapụ ikwu na ọmụmụ masịrị because o nwere ike ọwụrụ n'eziokwu na m jere na island ruo na island maybe ife na-eme mechaa amọdịrị nsef na ego nji na akpa na o so ezu do na ọwụrụ na ya support nwu m with ọwụgodo 2,000 o reduce gị to 2,000. O believe na 2,000 na ụgwọ ha yie na ụmụ nwoke ihe si m wee meje ịghọtara. O believe na this 2,000 na ọgwa ha yie no nya gaskia kiki ihe si wee nwe 2,000 ihe nwere 2,000 ọgwa ihe ịgbazie ihe na inwe 2,000. Ụfọdụ nwere ike nye wee request of 20,000 ejo ọsịghị ngwa na ọwụrụ 10 esi ya na inwe ho ọsịghị ngwa na ọwụrụ 5 esi ya na inwe ho ọsịghị ngwa n'ọwụ na inwere Option na hore na put something but onye akwago n'onwe for onye money nwere ike ịnata 500,000 ịgba na onwe 2,000 na onwe 5,000. It should be a concern for you to even ask him, na my brother ka eke isi eme uda adukwo. Ma by the way, in another type of form or habit of ịkpọ mmadụ na phone, jụọ onye a ka o mere. Is it a must that the moment you call button or will help potential? I am asking you, all these things I am telling you is how you can improve yourself this coming year, so that you will suffer less of heartbreaks, you will feel less disappointed. Because for me, I don't feel that anyway. I have to be honest with you. I don't, in fact, I have taken care of that part of my life a long time ago. You have something, I am not banking on that. As a matter of fact, something, depending on the depending on the relationship. I know what I mean by saying relationship. I don't find it fashionable always reminding that person of that promise. Sometimes I may feel now he will problem pressure another person because I believe no you kwelu nkwa na ife ahụ kwelu na nkwa dapụta ya no ye melu nya agugo mo nya nto si wedoro ngunwe nwere a habit of na mmadụ kwelu nkwa no ye melu something next week ojuwe ugwo o we kwelu nkwa no ye melu something on Friday from Wednesday to Sunday if only more than 100 missed calls ojiwe ugwo I am asking you. Even onye jigo ugwo isi da n'otu akpọ ya na phone. That is uncaution. I'm telling you, that is not even a simple courtesy. A simple courtesy. So some of you, just to satisfy your selfish interest, you breach your protocols, you break your courtesy, you break everything. So see him by fire by force, nation is squeeze this money out of this person. Onye jigo ugwo. Squeeze that money by fire by force out of Afia Hepower. Drag people to your shop to come and buy if they will give you solve for that problem. Stop being a pest and a hell to people because now somebody on that particular Friday, let me tell you, the simple courtesy should be if you call that person once, don't call that person again. Even if you want to call that person again, call that person after that day or after 2 days. It is assumed that now that phone that phone off from miss call. You shouldn't be the one calling him. By normal, not supposed to know if you should call, it's even to remind him. That call alone is a reminder. Or onye chọrọ inye gị fa genuinely or onye fa adapter no ye nye onye ha fugo miss call ọkpọ na phone or sị na na-ekwo ọkpọ leave it. It is not a pressure ojuho ụgwọ nke you must keep calling that person. That is some of the annoying things people na-eme. Ọ na-akpọ ya with all authority. You go a pest to somebody. You go, it will know your problem, put it 100%, transfer it to somebody. The last is here from your own side. Another person, another say, now the receiving end. Go on with that problem, another say, now enjoy. Balalam, a die here. For the year, Unya on a row 20 times. Onya pick a call, Balagomba. You will not parallel. No, Macano, no, your leave, coach, you parallel. You got that. Those are some of the crazy things you don't need to carry up to next year. Don't even cross next year with it. Ever no pressure for money, for instance, where your 3 people for that money. I will keep doing something to know if I can get another alternative for that money until the last minute. That is why when you disappoint me, I will not bear any grudges against you. I will still call you up next time. We'll discuss another thing. We'll still sit down, we'll share, we'll relax. You did not do this one. You may do another one for me tomorrow. After all, it is my problem anyway. It is not your own. After all, you have your problem also. After all, the same way everything is in plan, Jue failed me solve that thing. It is possible also that your own may fail you. Why you did not even show up na my own. In fact, when I see you next time, I will not even remind you. Learn to be that disciplined. It is the highest level of discipline. You may not agree with it because now the pressure of your image will make your sense of reasoning. You will begin to do some crazy things thinking that you are doing what is right. Yes. Something or block work each more. Or block work each more. Almost ya well, on a phone, you pick your call. I may not even call you again for that same thing. It is not being bearing grudges. Again, it may be maybe once in the evening or the next day. That day, gacha godu. If I call you the next day, he pick you or what? I will not call you again. Or on Friday. On Friday. I will not call you again. Or that I will not, if I adapt I will continue to pressure you. Or pressure. For what? Is there really any need for that? That is being selfish, for God's sake. You are putting people into unnecessary pressure because you want them to get you out of your own cage. You are sharing that pressure called equal. Or a hold with their anger. If you go or not in the middle of stress or not in the middle of something, you will not wear such kind of a call. Who picks the call or battle battle roll off? It can't wear the 2 year. If you chin, you might call it for her. If you could snap, I can near you see a cape report. For me, I call it the highest level of indiscipline. Yes. I call it the highest level of indiscipline. You can discipline yourself this year and end the end. It be on a clean slate next year. I don't have a habit of picking quarrels with people who say no to me. They may have, I always believe that they may have genuine reasons for saying no. The same way when we genuine reasons for saying no to people. It doesn't matter. In fact, I know we have all made this kind of mistakes in the past. But we keep learning day by day. We keep learning day by day. I may have my own calculations why I may feel that they're supposed to email this thing. But it will not translate to physical anger or to anger or bearing grudges. You want to go? Time will always prove everything. Yes. Time will always prove everything. It's either that person makes it up to you or you see the actual reasons why the person failed to turn up for you. You see? Now, never take a good distance to the level of taking it to committee of friends. Imagine. If I don't get one, you committee of friends. Only I know one. At all up for a committee of friends. Iwe. Otoka abrokwa n'iji ụgwọ. Otoka abuliji ụgwọ. Otoka abuliji ụgwọ. Work on yourself this year so that you can enter this year with a lot of positivity. That New Year resolution, examine it very well. If that's your New Year resolution, examine it very well. That your brother, he dey feel not supposed to be. Sometimes, boy, could exchange a problem. Could exchange the problems. A lot of big men they pay today. They wish that na had average. They wish that na had average. Ụfọdụ na-ebugido ịnọ na cardiac arrest or ịnọ na heart failure. Pia onye owejewa ngụnwa na na-enwere aṅụrị. Ngụnwa na na-enwere aṅụrị because he believe na every single thing na-akpa na onye ahụ enweta gị. Na onye ahụ enwetago that thing therefore na uwe zugori oke. That is not how life is. At every particular stage, there are people you are better than. If you cannot buy yourself because of those people you are better than, Ndaka cannot buy themselves because of you, because they don't owe you anything. It is called a favor. It is called a favor. It is called help. And it is not by force. It is not by force. And people cannot break protocols. People cannot sacrifice their own effort. However, anybody who chose to do that for you, it is a privilege to you. It is an honor. You should consider it as an honor and a privilege that somebody will sacrifice something against their own happiness or against their own commitment for you. You should not take it for granted inside life. You should not take it for granted. Some of us may take little favors that means a lot. You are taking them for granted. You are taking them for granted. And it is beginning to produce a lot of hard-hearted people. Yes, that is why it is actually very difficult to find help out there. And the imegide ife ahụ ụbọchị imeghe ọwụrụ nsogbu. Imegide ife ahụ ụbọchị imeghe ọwụrụ nsogbu. Ụfọdụ ndị kechiri ntị ha na-eme abrandigo ha all level of them. That is why in say there are more vindictiveness, there are more wickedness, and more lack of love among us than that place where you are saying that those big men. You see those men very happy, always in a good mood, despite the problem. Very cheerful, trying to share the little they can, trying to do all manner of things to carry as much people as they can along. Onye ahụ ịyọlụ school fees 20,000 onye oge. It may not be possible, no nwere ike. Na school fees carrying there for that year. No we go more than 10 people na abụrụ ụmụ ọmụrụ n'afọ. Ọ ya kwụrụ ụgwọ akwụkwọ that year. So what makes you believe that na because na onye hold 20,000 no fail to go in that aspect of giving help? The answer is no. Onye ahụ ịyọlụ ego ka i wee mezuo house rent ego. Omenwuholu gị ị na-ewe iwe ọpọrọ ego niile onwe na omeholu gị. It may not be possible no nwere ike onwe 5 people on otekigolu ya upon himself na every year n'onye na-akwụrụ ndị ugwulu. Are you not aware? Ọ da-ahụgodo akwụrụ ndị mmadụ ọkwọ na-akwụ nke ụmụ ya. Ma how difficult nke ụmụ ya ahụ ka ihe ejidekwa ịkwụrụ ụmụ ya ụgwọ ụlọ comfortable ebe ha ya ebi were agụ akwụkwọ. If you are in his position, you will even do more than that for your own kids. You got to go? So, I don't think even the Kweba is very difficult, except to the Jolo, because that is how you have decided to survive through this life. Mane if I'm the Kuwezu. Woluko all to Begu, Maluko all to Bonyo so. Woluko all to Begu, Maluko all to Bonyo so. Or carry here to a Maloka shun Kewisi a 404. Emale born a 404. Manu no onye yikwachu nke do possible na nke enwekwara ike na-afụ ụfụ ọ na-afụ n'isi ọkpa ọ na-afụ ya n'azụ ọ na-afụ ọnụ ya n'azụ ọ na-afụ onye ada nke ọkpa. Life normally is like that. Onwere onye ụwa azụgoro oke o depende n'ife na-akpa onye. Do not compound people's problem with your own. They don't owe you anything. They don't owe you anything. Master this art. Onye kwelu nkwa, the least you can do is to call that person. Now that day, it is a reminder. Whether they answered your call or not, it is a reminder. It is more than enough. Stop giving them more than 50 missed calls. They don't owe you. Stop abusing people and turning them into your enemy. Stop turning those people to oppressors and making yourself to be a victim when you are actually making them a victim and you are the oppressor. How can you be oppressing people with your problem? It is called oppressing people with your problem. Don't you know? Understand you. Sometimes people understand what you are passing through, but they cannot just help you because they have more they are going through. They are passing through a lot. Unfortunately, you can run to them for help, but they can't come to you for help because you cannot help them. That is the difference. All need help. Oh, you're not calling we have not calling there. If they have calling who because they know you cannot help them. Or do they cause some good with the problem? Everybody will problem. Everybody will problem. Yes, a lot of people they have beautiful houses here now. The more than who now with them currently now. Now who now with the Nalu in idea. But you are admiring that beautiful house. But they are working day and night looking for money to go and redeem ego ha gwaje so that they can reclaim their house. But that little one, he be there, no commitment in on it. Yeah? Delusion. No commitment in on it. Yeah? And that is how I don't need to stress more on this. Undermine their problems. But I don't think no problem carry no problem carry. So don't think that no so ilu no ogota. Iya fu mbe nnukwu mmadụ nọ n'ụlọ ọgwụ, iya fu obere mmadụ nọ n'ụlọ ọgwụ. Obere onye na-achọ ego, nnukwu onye na-achọ ego. Nwere bọọdụ enye nsogbu. In fact, o nwere onye make so much money this year. Although at the end of this year, something that year onwe difficult in paying house rent next year. Ọkwa ọgaranya ka ọ wuo, but o nwere difficult in paying house rent next year. Go and ask this landlord. Ụfọdụ ndị a ịma na ha na-eme ọfụma bishabefa. Sometimes they even go 2 months, 3 months, 4 months before they can pay their house rent. Upon that, they are carrying the burdens of other people. It is left for you to understand. And do not take advantage of people who cannot say no. Stop taking advantage of people who cannot say no. Stop taking advantage of people who cannot say no. Yes, you are taking advantage of that weakness that he knows. He simplify what that problem. He simplify a compound where go away for now reason. Oh, you go to say problem. I say how? Let me see what I can do. Or commit to go crime against you. He make a pass until of what he can do. You will continue to pressure that person. You will continue to oppress that person because I call it oppression until he sees what he can do. And though if he cannot do anything on his own, he will even go out of his way to go and borrow money so that he can come and sort your own problem. Then you will go home happily, knowing fully well that you have also landed him in a debt. But all these are things that go behind the scene which you don't know. And I am telling you now, stop pressuring people when they promise you something. If they, it is generally on a clear note to happy those people who can promise you without having mind of doing it. It is still left for God to shake the heart of all men.